Yeah, I remember that day very well. We get this text message from Dr. Gata that of an EKG. That was it. EKG said, hey, I got this EKG on my email. Not sure what's going on. Can you guys look into it? And we looked into it. Sure enough, patient with the EKG was in the emergency room, and that happened to be John. And we went down to the emergency room, and sure enough, it was no joke. It was the real deal. And John, thankfully, when I got involved and saw him in the emergency room, he had already been resuscitated and revived. And surprisingly, for the kind of degree of problem that he had, he was actually doing pretty well. I was surprised when I first met him that he had actually arrested in the field because of how good he looked. His vital signs were actually okay. He didn't have the look of somebody that had literally just tried to die. And I think that's a testament to the care that he got in the field by those bystanders, and the early shock that he received from the machine. So I won't forget that day at all. Yeah, once you hear a story like that of somebody arresting outside of the hospital, being revived outside of the hospital, even when they come into the hospital looking as good as John did, you are anticipating something bad more to happen. I mean, these people are not stable until we fix whatever caused this, right? And so, we remained at his bedside, even though he looked okay and, felt fine. We remained at his bedside just waiting for something to happen. Thankfully, it never did. We rushed him to the cath lab. Dr. Gata was able to perform his intervention swimmingly, no complications whatsoever. And, the rest is kind of history. He's done very well. But like, that is, I put things into perspective. I mean, this happens like less than 5% of the time with something like this, where somebody arrests out of the hospital and really has no problems whatsoever afterwards. To be able to, walk out of the hospital the next day, really not having any symptoms, no complications, it's incredibly rare. This is how it should be, really. Again, it's so rare for us to see it this way, where a patient presents like that and has no complications and does well. But this is how cardiac arrest should be treated. And everyone should have this opportunity that has it. So, to get that kind of experience and see that firsthand, like I said, I'll never forget that day. And I hope that as I continue my journey, hopefully I have several more decades to go in my career, this will be just routine. Yeah, when patients tell me thank you, my first inclination is just going to be, no worries, kind of, I guess my humbleness takes over a little bit. It's just, this is what I do every day. This is what I'm trained to do. It's a pleasure to do it. But to get somebody like John, who like you said, I've been able to interact with him multiple times now after that. He just continues to express that gratefulness. It allows me to think about it a little bit more and to really kind of, instead of just kind of brushing it off, really be able to feel that. And those moments, as physicians, we don't get very often, to be honest. And it definitely has an effect. Yeah, it's very good to hear.